everybody, and welcome back to Fuller's Outdoor Country. Hope everybody's having a great day today. What we're going to get into today, we have a 3-point tiller system that goes on the back of our tractor. It needs some maintenance. I'm thinking it's about 15 years old, 14, 15 years old now. And the tines are wore plumb off of it. It's got 2 leaky seals and the paint's peeling. So we're going to get into how to maintain your tiller for your tractor. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It'll probably take a couple of days, maybe about a week to do all this. Time I take all the tines off, sand everything down, prime it, let it dry, and paint it. But that's what we're going to be getting into. So hope everybody enjoys this, how to change your tines on your tiller, and a little bit of maintenance. Come along, go with us. All right, due to all the rain, we had to put us up a tent. It's done rained us out a couple times today. Just these pop-up showers just keep coming in and out on us, but we fixed this out a table here to lay some of our parts up on. And this is what our tiller looks like. This is a Taylor tiller. It's a 962. It's a pretty well built tiller. It's pretty heavy duty, but yeah, there's a shot of the, I'm trying to get the rust and stuff cleaned off the nut heads and get all this clean here and get these new tines, get this stuff, get ready for the new tines coming in. But you can see they're pretty well wore out. I mean, there's no blade here. There's supposed to be a blade sticking out to here, so, but they're definitely eat off. That's what it's looking like. Right there is what they looked like before. Pretty rough looking, sealed on with a lot of rust and stuff. And here it is what it looks like as I'm polishing it as I go. So hopefully we'll get these off here, but it'll be a job, but that'll be worth it when we get done. Here comes the storm. Got everything set up to get started. Don't look like it's gonna get started. Here comes a bad storm, so we'll see what happens. They on here so long, they're not coming off too bad. Need a little tap. As long as they have, though, they're doing really good. I always, little tip to you, put your lock washer and nut back on your bolt. If you're like me, you lose these things. That'll keep you from losing it. As you can see, I'm just going around each one of them. They got a left side and a right side. And I'm taking them off. I'll get them all off. Clean it up real good and get this bottom done real good. And we'll get it primed and get it painted and then flip over and work on the other side. So that's what we're doing. Trying to get these tines off. It's raining right now. Got a canopy over top of me, but it's still blowing in. Sometimes you gotta give them a little love tap with a hammer to break them loose. As you've seen in one of the other videos, my wife had bought me a DeWalt hammer drill.
so I could use it on this. Well, it wouldn't fit in between here, so I still had to use a socket, but we'll get her done. They haven't been too, what you say, too bad to get off.
Alright, you can see what it's looking like there. It's gonna be a job in itself just getting all this off. We got all the tines off. Now we're gonna try to clean all the paint off of here, get all this paint and dirt out of here, and get it where we can get a primer on it. But it's gonna be a little while job. Like I said, we was going to change the tines, but everything looked so bad that we just thought we'd just go ahead and clean it up and paint it while we was into it. So, but I tell you what, it was a job. Look at all these screws, bolts, I meant to say. 84 bolts that we had to take off. So that seemed like it took forever because we couldn't use our impact wrench. And it made for a long job. We're just showing you where we're at. All right, it's been one heck of a job. Got all the tines off. I wanted to show you that we got that done. And now we're starting to grind the paint off and the dirt off. And man, I'm telling you what, hand untightening 84 bolts in that little tight spot, it took me, I'd say, close to 3 hours. And but it's been a job, learning experience. Most of the time these guys got an air wrench that would have fit in here. If we'd had an air wrench and got in there, it wouldn't have took near as long. So if you're going to do something like this, make sure you got an air wrench because the D-walt won't fit in there. But I'm just going to work on this more. I'm just going to show you steps because this is going to take a long time to get this done. And I'll just show you steps how we done it and bring you back as we complete stuff. So we got all the tines off. Now we got to clean off the paint and the dirt. We do got 2 leaky seals. I'll have to do a little research on if you take them out from the inside or outside, and I'll let you know on that too. Like I said, this first time for me. So all right, we'll bring you back in a little while. You can see we're getting a good paint removal right here. Get down to the bare metal. That stuff's hard to get off, but if you get the metal brush turn this right, it's bringing it off. I'll show you what I'm using. Using a metal wheel on my grinder, and it's doing a pretty good job. I tell you what now, I got all these clean, the tops clean, and I got to start doing the sides, but I got to try to get some of this dust off. It's about to smother a fella to death, or I'll have to get me a dust mask or something. But you can see all the tines I had to take off. It was a pile of them. 42 tines with 2 bolts each, so it's 84 bolts I had to take out by hand. And it's a big old project. I think though, if I take my time and do it right and get all this cleaned real good underneath and get it primed good, I'll show you a little bit more underneath here. You can see all the dirt and mud caked underneath there. Got to get all that out. Get the rust off down here at this end. You can see where it's damp, where it had been leaking some. It ain't a big leak, but it's enough to mess something up, I would think. But both ends is leaking, so both seals is blowed. I've got this one pretty well cleaned up. I still got to touch it up some more, but I went through and done all the tops first on these, and then I'm going to change the wheel to a different style grinding wheel and see if I can get in there a little bit better. But like I said, it's going to be a bigger job than I really planned on, but I think it'll be something that y'all enjoy watching. I'll probably do it in a couple steps, showing me getting it cleaned up, and then I'll take it apart and clean everything up, change the oil and grease everything, and see if we can find a seal for this. I guess they still have seals for them. I don't know. Like I said, it's getting pretty old, but it's still in good shape. The tiller itself's in good shape, but the tines were just plumb wore out. Like I said, I used it in sandy, rocky soil, and I just didn't realize it'd eat it up that bad. So, you know, if you've been using your tiller for a while and you are in sandy soil, you might want to check your tines. But, you know, I see some places has got nothing but topsoil, and your tines is going to last for years. But if you're like us, where we live at, they call it Spring Hill. They should have called it Rock Hill. So, but I'm just doing another update as we go. I've been about another 30-40 minutes since the last time I talked to you, and it's storming all around us. It's storm coming. I don't know if I'll be able to do much longer because I just got a little tarp over top of me, trying to work under due to the heat and the rain and lightning and thunder that I'm hearing and seeing in the background. I don't know if I'll get rained out again today. Got rained out yesterday. It's just been terrible, the storms we've had. But all right, just wanted to show you. And if you're just tuning in, welcome to Fuller's Outdoor Country. We're trying to just show you how to keep your equipment up and maintain things. So glad to have everybody here today, and I hope you enjoy this. And we'll get back to it. Stay. Good boy. Yeah, as you can see, that I got everything, getting it cleaned off and polished. And I tell you what, that little grinder, $40 at Lowe's, that little thing does a great job. It might tear up tomorrow, but I mean, I've worked the power out of that thing today. But you can see it's looking better now than it was this morning. I about got all the paint and the dust and dirt off the shaft. All right, you can see we got all the tines off. Got the back lever plate. We got it taken off. Got it there. It's in rough looking shape. We got a lot of work to do to this. We got a lot of old dirt and grime up in here. I got to get loose. I sprayed a bunch off with the water hose. A lot of it come off, but a lot of it's caked in there. It's been in there for years. So we'll try to get that off, and we'll let it get to drying and do a couple more things. I started cleaning up some of the bolts that's coming out. We got a pile of bolts we got to clean up. And there's all the bolts. I'm putting some red primer on it. Helps, really helps with the prevention of rust. And got the Ace hardware again. No, not sponsored. No, they just been fairly impressed with the paint. So I don't know who makes it for them, or seem like they're doing a pretty good job. But as you can see over the years, some of the paint's peeling off, or stuff flew up and chipped it, and the underneath's not too awful bad. Actually, I thought it would be a little worse than what it turned out to be. Got this cleaned up here. I don't know if we're gonna fix these leaky seals right now. They're not that bad, and it's something that we can do later on. I really need the tiller right now to, this is the middle of July, and we got to put in some food plots and some late garden stuff. And I believe what I do, maybe, we'll just see what we get into. Maybe just get this cleaned up, get it painted, primed and painted, and if I see that the leak's not really bad, that's something we can do in the wintertime. But right now, I really need this up and going, so we'll just see as we go. But that's definitely got to be taken care of. That'll probably take over an hour just to do that leveler. I call it a leveler plate. It's on the back of here, keeps your dirt from flying out. You can either tighten it down where it holds more dirt in, or loosen it up, raise it up where it'll let less dirt stay in the grinding area. But just trying to show you how these steps are. Hope everybody's having a great day. As you can see, back in there it's black again. We get one thunderstorm come through. We done have, like, I think this is the 4th storm, if it does, comes through today. So we've had to fight the rain and the wind and the sun, and I don't know what it's like wherever y'all's been living, but this weather this spring's been awful. But alrighty, just enough jabbering. I just wanted to show you where we're at. And I don't, you don't want to watch me peel a bunch of dirt off. So you can see a lot of this old dirt. It's stuck on. I want to get it off of this scraper before I get in here and have to get the grinder, because the grinder makes such a mess. It's been in here for a while, though. Like I said, you get to use it and you forget to do some maintenance. So I'm showing you to learn from my experiences. So it's still good shape, though. It's a real heavy metal on here. But I about got all the dirt scraped off. Then I'm gonna start taking the grinder to it. But I want to get this dirt off here first. It makes a mess. See if we can spray it out now. That really made a big difference right there, because when that grinder hits that dirt, man, it throws off the awful dust stuff you ever seen. All right, there's a look at it. Like I said, it's got some pit rust on it, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So we're going to get this cleaned up. This piece here is going to be a lot of work. Where it drags the ground and everything and levels out your dirt. It's seen a little abuse on it, so. If you want to know what I'm wiping it down with, I'm wiping it down with acetone right now to clean any dust, any powdered rust off of it. All right, after about 3 hours of grinding, I've got most of the paint off that's going to come off. Like I said, I'm not trying to do a brand new job, make it look like brand new, but I've grinded and grinded till whatever paint is stuck is not coming loose. I about wore my poor little grinder out. But I'm gonna get it all cleaned off with some acetone, get it cleaned up. It's storming again. That's all it's doing here lately, but there's that side. And there's what this side looks like. I might hit this side one more time to get a little bit more of that off of it, but it looks worse than it is actually, but I just wanted to bring you back and show you where I'm at, and hopefully if it don't rain us out, we'll at least get a coat of primer put on this evening. And after I do that, I'm calling it quits because I'm exhausted. Been out here all day grinding on this thing. So there's the main piece, and this is the leveler piece. So I'm gonna get it done, and if I get to put a primer on, I'll bring you back. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all know about the time I start spray painting, the wind would start back up. Storming really big right over here. I'm trying to hurry. And hear the thunder rolling, buddy. The wind's picking up too. You want to spray this red primer if you got something that's got a good chance of rusting. It's got a rust inhibitor in it, where the gray one's made a little bit different. Here it is. There's been no breeze out here all day till I get ready to spray paint. All right, this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna get one coat of spray on here. I'm gonna wait till this wind starts dying back down. Got it covered good. It's covering really good. It'll look good when we get the paint on it, but if this wind lays down, if it does, I'll show you when I start painting on it. All right, it's been about an hour. I let it sit out here in the hot sun. It's getting hot now. I wasn't gonna paint it this evening, but I'm gonna try to at least get a coat of paint on this one. So when I get this done, I'm calling it a day. It's been a rough all day job. I'm gonna start to see what it's gonna look like. So far so good, looks pretty good. tell you what, this paint covers good. I don't know who makes it for Ace Hardware, but it does a good job. I ain't the best spray painter in the world, but I can get the job done. It seems though when I'm spray painting, you can't get a breeze out here all day till I break out the spray can, and then wind starts blowing. I bet it's gonna look good. There's a better view. That'll be the first coat. I think it's gonna look really good though. It's gonna definitely look better than it did before, but just can't wait to get the whole thing done. All right, I wanted to show you the first coat. I'm probably gonna paint the rest of it off camera, and I'm probably gonna call it quits for today. I'm gonna call it a day today. It's I've been out here almost all day, and sun and rain, and I'm about wore out. So like I said, this is going to be a process. We'll show you in different steps how this goes, but this is all I'm doing today. I've got that main shaft cleaned off, and got all the tines removed, which that was a major job. So thank you for watching us today. I hope you're enjoying this, what we're doing here. It'll be, I guess I'll segment it out, you know, in different steps, because it would be one heck-acious video. It'd be a couple hours long. And then I wouldn't get time to tell you about, you know, everything we're doing and stuff. So I'm going to end it today here. Thank you all for watching Fuller's Outdoor Country. We look for you to come back and follow this adventure with us, and we'll see you next time.